Come and sit down. Hello, Dr. Lambert. This is my brother, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
He has been very nice to me and said that he will learn how to play the French horn. So, Sean.
Yes.
How's your weekend been so far?
Been pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have any fun plans today besides playing the French horn?
Planning on going to the Space Center to my job.
Yeah, you work there?
So. Yeah.
Cool,
pretty
cool. What do you do?
I act, and it's a spaceship simulation, so I act and pretend to be aliens and fun stuff like that.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Party on. Every teenage boy's dream job right there.
Yeah. Gonna pretend to be aliens and scare children. It's not
Perfect. Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do you have any musical experience, either with instruments, singing, anything like that?
I'm in PG High School's chamber choir this upcoming year.
Very cool.
I've had a lot of other experience singing. I played saxophone for a year, got decent at it, but then I kind of dropped it, got kind of bored. So I've done saxophone and lots of singing.
All right, there you go. So you said you just made it into chamber choir for next school year?
Yeah.
Super, super cool. That's so fun.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's cool that you've played the saxophone before. So that's actually, even though it looks like it would be a brass instrument, it's technically a woodwind instrument. That's why it has the cork and everything that we were talking about earlier, right? All right, so what we're going to do first is I'm actually going to kind of go through, show you how to open the case, get the instrument out, hold it the right way, and then we'll put it back in and let you have a go at it, okay? So the first thing that we want to make sure we're doing is that the case is on a sturdy surface, so either up on a table or on the floor. That's normally where we do it, but since we want it to be in the camera, we're putting it up on the table. You also want to make sure that the case is right side up when you open it, because if it's not,
then it's gonna
the instrument can fall out, it can get
then,
super damaged, all of that kind of stuff. So you always want to make sure that it's the right side up. This case is a little tricky, but one of the first things you want to look for would be a brand, because a lot of cases, they'll have a nice insignia for whoever, like where they bought it from.
Mm-hmm.
There will be an insignia on the top side of the case. This is an older case, so it doesn't have one.
Right.
Step 2 is you want to look at the handle. As you can see, the handle is on the bottom or the bigger part. So the handle is almost always going to be on the bottom part of the case, right? Mm-hmm. The last thing that you can look at is the latches, because latches are going to open up, right? They're not going to open down. So that means we have deducted with the handle, with everything else, that this is the side that it should be opened on. All right. This case is a little tricky. It's not very balanced, so you just have to make sure that you don't fling it open, that you kind of keep a hand on it, or it will fly into the sky. Yeah. All right. So we've got it nicely strapped in here, and we also have our mouthpiece there. So we're going to pull this out. This is so nice that this case is almost being nice to me. All right. And grab the mouthpiece. If you would mind closing the case for me. Very nice. All right. So we have the French horn. This is the bell. This is where the sound comes out, right? So it travels through all of this stuff here. We've got your triggers and all your finger stuff. You've got this nice little hook. You have the mouthpiece. It goes in this nice convenient little hole right here. So you place it in. You don't want to smush it in, twist it in, or anything. It just sits very nicely in there. Holding it, you're going to take your left hand, hook it on your pinky with this nice hook right here. 1, 2, 3. And then your thumb wraps around to the trigger back here. Now with your right hand, it's kind of interesting. You're actually going to put it inside the instrument.
Okay.
So
does that change the sound at all when you put it inside?
It can. So depending on where the hand position is, originally there were actually any fingerings. You would play the entire instrument just with the way that you positioned your hand. So pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can totally change the notes if you're a master French horn player.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not that cool. So you just put your hand in a basic cupped motion, and you just kind of place it in there.
Yeah.
You hold it up nice and bright, just like this, all right? And then you can play to your heart's content.
Okay.
All right. So then if you'd be so kind to open that case back up for me. Thank you. So put this back in. So do you know, have you ever had any experience with the French horn before? Know any cool facts about it or anything?
I know it has like one of the highest, like the biggest ranges of the...
Of any instrument, actually. Yeah. I think this one wins. I think it has the biggest range.
And isn't it like super, super, super long because it's all twisted up?
It is.
It's super small.
I think it's over 10 feet. long when you unwind the whole
That's
thing.
super long.
Yeah. So actually, what it came from was originally, like, if you think of those big crazy people up in the Alps that have those really, really long trumpets.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it came from. They were playing with it that way, and they eventually said, this is so inconvenient because they're playing this super long, so they wrapped it up. Kind of changed the sound, but
not in.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier than having a 10-foot long horn.
Exactly. All right. So then what we're gonna do now is we'll put this up for you.
Okay.
All right. Ugh. Nice table. All right. How do you open the case? What do we need to check to make sure we open it right?
So I look at the handle. There'll be a branding on the top, but this one's like old, so it doesn't. The handle will be on the bottom side. Not sure why, but it will. And the latches don't latch down, so you would flip these up, which means that side needs to be down.
Okay, deal. Put it in the right way then. Very nice. Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I flip the latches up. Make sure I open it softly so it doesn't tip
Go
over.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I actually want you to do is grab the mouthpiece, and we're gonna take a slight pause so we can learn how to play with our mouthpiece.
Okay.
So the first thing I want to talk about is breath support. So you said that you're a singer and you've played the saxophone before. So what kind of things do you think would be important with breath support in regards to the French horn?
Making sure you don't want to run out of air, like you need to have a strong diaphragm,
Good
keep the air
sustained
going.
breath.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay.
And have good posture.
Yes.
Set up so you can get the full breath.
Very nice. And one extra thing that this is actually a brass instrument thing is the way that we describe the air as either cool or warm.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird, right? But if you think about it, if you're going to blow on your hand and you do it with a small opening, like a ooh.
Yeah. It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah.
And if you go.
Yeah, that's what everyone, whenever they're cold, they go.
Yeah, exactly. So when we play a brass instrument, we want to have a warm sound, right?
Okay.
So we don't want to be thinking of our air as cool. So that's just kind of one more thing.
Okay.
So that's our breath support. The next thing I want to talk about is the way that we're going to form our lips so that we can play the French horn, because it's a little bit different from our saxophone that is a reeded instrument, right?
Right.
So the first thing I want you to try and do is just say an M. M. Very nice. You want to make sure that you have a very nice flat chin. Very good, just like that. And something that I like to do to imagine it, because it's a buzzing, right?
Right.
That's the kind of thing you want with a brass instrument. And so the exercise I like to do is just doing this. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Making the elephant sound, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I want you to do is to make that M with that flat chin, so you're making sure you're not protruding. Very nice. Bring the French horn mouthpiece just up and go. Have a go. That's pretty good. Yeah, keep going. Maybe try to allow just a little bigger opening in your mouth. You don't want your lips to just be totally closed, right? We want there to be a super small, nice little opening for you there. Can you hear it though? Can you hear when it goes clear?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of sound you want. Really good. Okay. So now we're going to open our case back up and we're going to get the French horn out and put the mouthpiece in and try a little bit on it. Okay, so have at it. And I'll hold this down for you.
And I grab it like this.
Just right there is pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, and then I believe it's
perfect. Yep.
twists around like
that way.
this.
Yep.
Pinky right there, thumb right there, then the mouthpiece. So I don't have to push it in or anything. It just fits.
Just kind of settles in right there.
Okay.
All right. So now when you're holding it, you don't want it to be sitting horizontal like this, right? You kind of want it to almost be vertical.
Like
Very
this.
good, yep. And you don't want to bring your head down to the mouthpiece, right? You want to, like you said, have that nice posture. All right, so then let's go ahead and just try and make any sound on it. Gorgeous. Yeah. Sorry, I really did spend, I promise, I spent like a half hour cleaning this French horn out and I just, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Okay. That's awesome. That was really, really nice sound that you got out of it. So then what I want you to do is I'm going to play a note on my cute little keyboard because I don't have a French horn to play with you.
Right.
And I just want you to try and match the note that I'm playing, okay? You see that one? Right?
Do I use keys or not?
No, no keys.
Okay.
You had it there for a second. Very good. Tilt your head up. Very good.
No, it's way lower.
I know, right? This is the tricky part because with the French horn, your embouchure, the way that you form your mouth, totally affects every note that you play, right? You know, we were talking about how you could play the French horn without any keys.
Right.
So the only thing that helps is your hand and your mouth, right? So let's try something a little bit lower. Let's try a C, which again, no fingers. Bring your head up. Yeah. Okay, let's try an E, which again, no fingers. I know it's a bit hard. Okay, tilt it up. There you go. Very nice. Hey, you got a C there. Very nice. Let's play with the C for a minute then, since you've got that really nice. So now I want you to actually play a little example for me from our book, all right? So we were kind of going through these. You're playing that C really nice. So that's what we're going to play. We're just going to go through this example on page 4, all right? So let's get that note in our heads.
It's so hard to find.
I know. Try and play it with your first finger. Because that's actually, the tricky part about this is that the French horn is actually in a different key than the piano is,
that's
right?
fun.
So you're actually playing, if I wanted you to play a real C and not just a C on the piano, it would be down there.
That's... How do you even get that low?
I know, right? So don't even worry about it right now. So let's get that note that you were playing, which is an F. So play with your first finger.
It's almost there.
Yep. Tilt it up. There you go. Very nice. Okay. So now we're going to play through this. So I'll count you in on 4 and we'll play it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Good try. Okay. So now what we're going to talk about is tonguing, right? Because that's kind of, I wanted you to feel it. So when we talk about tonguing, we want to keep the air sustained, but we want to just interrupt it with our tongue, saying like a do, right? Do, do, do.
While keeping my mouth like an M, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
While keeping your mouth, but just that feeling of your tongue. So let's try that again. Keeping the notes long and sustained, but now with the tonguing, all right? Okay. So, do, first finger. Close enough. Pick enough.
So many notes.
I know. At this point, it's just like you can get a sound, and that's the party of it, right? So that's what we're doing with the examples. We just want to try it with that tonguing. So find a note you feel in your heart that you really like. Sure. Let's use that one. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm trying to do the tonguing.
Oh, I know, and when you start, it's gonna interrupt a little bit too much. It takes some practice. So let's just try going through. Doesn't matter what kind of sound comes out. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's good.
Okay.
Very nicely done. All right. So then let's just go really fast with putting it away. It's the exact same process as getting it out. So take that mouthpiece out.
Mouthpiece out.
Mm-hmm.
One nice thing is that the mouthpiece comes out really easy.
It does.
It doesn't. All right, so it goes in this way because that thing has to be at the bottom.
Very good.
Like this.
Yep. And then just strap it in.
So it doesn't bang around there.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. High fives, man. Very nicely done. Want to go turn off that recording?
Yeah.
Have a marvelous day, Dr. Lambert. Thanks for sitting through my lessons from afar all the time.